Rashad, what strengths did you see on Saturday?
I just say our fight, throughout the whole game. I think as an offensive unit, we proved to ourselves amongst other people that, when we're on the right page and we're clicking, we can move the ball. And, we had some opportunities to make some big plays, and I know in the future we're going to make those plays.
So what is the plan now going into Saturday night?
Just keep the same game plan, We're just going to move forward. Obviously we wanted to come out with a W, but, next game mentality, and, we're just going to go out there and play our brand of football.
What are the three keys that fans should look for?
It's hard to really pinpoint three keys, I think the number one thing is, we're never going to quit. We're never going to give up. And I know we got firepower on our side of the ball as well as the defense. So, I know for sure, we're going to put a lot of points on the board. They're going to get a lot of turnovers and takeaways. So, it's going to be pretty fun to hear.
What can you bring this Saturday that you maybe learned more about yourself out of Purdue?
Just going out there and doing my job. My role as a wide receiver, is to make the job for the quarterback easier. So just going out there, catching the ball, doing my part, blocking, doing my parts, things like that. I don't really have to do too many outstanding Superman-ish things. So just going out there and being myself, and having fun.
Thank you.
Rashad, you talk about that firepower. Like I just asked Coach, how badly do you want to go out there and show that? Because, obviously putting up 0 points is not any offensive team's goal.
Yeah, I want to go out there and, show it really badly. I know I've seen it in practice. Everyone's seen it in practice. So now it's just time to go out there and do it in the game. And I know we will. So I'm not really worried of that aspect. I just can't wait to go out there on Saturday and actually prove it.
Yeah, it kind of feels almost like the floodgates, right? You're kind of just waiting for that first one. And then when you get that first one across, they're going to just start falling for you.
For sure. And, we were close on Saturday. We were so close, and we're going to make those plays. Me and the rest of the receivers, we got trust in our O-line and in Elijah. So now we just got to go out there and prove it. That's really how it is.
Yeah, you went out and showed you can compete against Big Ten DBs. That's got to give you good confidence when you're going against the OVC this week, and then obviously in conference play when we get later in the year too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Purdue has some really good DBs, but so does everybody else in this conference. So going out there, getting open and making a few plays, that definitely gave us confidence to, moving forward into the regular season, just going out there and still competing at a high level.
Everyone knows that, Elijah's going to run. He's going to, when he has that window, he's going to tuck and go. But how awesome of a feeling is it to know that, hey, he can also get that ball down there for me too, and we can really take the top off this offense when everything works the way it needs to.
Yeah, it's really cool. He's made a lot of good plays in training camp and spring ball. And even on Saturday, you got to see a little bit of that flashy arm and a little bit of his speed. So just knowing that he can extend plays, and even when he does extend plays, as a receiver, still keeping our eyes up because he can also throw on the run. So he's a really good player, and I think he's going to have a really good year this year.
So, Maddix, what are the three keys the three keys from a Saturday that you'll try to go into Saturday night with?
Like Rashad said, it's hard to pinpoint three things. Sticking to our brand of football is going to be the main thing. Obviously, we want to take care of the ball. We want to turn them over, and it's hard to give just three things, but as long as we stick to what we've been taught for the last couple of years, we're good.
So personally, what did you learn about your game, and how are you going to work on making that even better Saturday night?
I gotta get my eyes right. I gotta make some more tackles. Obviously, I hadn't tackled in a while, so it caught me by surprise a little bit. But it was good to see that I had guys coming right behind me. We had Garrett coming in, making plays right behind me, so it was all good.
Awesome, thank you.
We talked about it earlier this year, you and Garrett, kind of being the heartbeat of that defense. This is the second time, though, you've gone up against the Big Ten opponent and made a big play. Coach obviously talked about it there, too. How great of a feeling is that to show, hey, yeah, we're the NBFC, but we can go out there and compete with these guys?
It's nice to make a big play, but it's obviously better the fact that we got off the field in an urgent situation. It was third down. We needed a play. Glad we made it, but anyone could have. But we got to make more. The more chances we have at getting the ball back to our offense, better we're going to be as a team.
I think Coach touched on it too. That's probably the most athletic offense you're going to see this year. So, is it beneficial to you to get that kind of out of the way and go, hey guys, this team isn't necessarily going to be as fast as Purdue was. This running back's not Maccabee. You're not going to run into that kind of situation.
Right. We still got good guys in our conference, obviously, and it's nice to have Purdue on the back burner. But we got to see the fastest guys that we're going to see, the strongest guys that we're going to see. But we still got to come in every week and know that we're going to face some dudes. They got guys that can make plays just as well as they can.
I know that you talked on it earlier that the defense has that mentality of we got to beat the other team's defense. The fact that there were no turnovers given up by ISU's offense, you guys got a turnover. I know 49-0 wasn't the way you wanted it to, but do you feel like you guys did, a pretty good job of putting that first step behind you there for week 1?
I think there were things to build off of for sure. I mean, winning the turnover battle is obviously huge, but if we can make it even more substantial, 4 turnovers to nothing, then our offense is cooking and we're putting them in good spots to score.
And then what do you think you're looking for going into Eastern? Because as Coach brought up last year, that defense kind of just blitzed your offense. So defensively, what are you looking for? When you make that trip over Charleston.
I think it's kind of a revenge game. Obviously, their defense won the matchup last year. So if we can win it this year as handily as they did last year, then we'll be in good spirit.